Well, there you go. Hi, friends. Doc South bidding you welcome. Well, here we are. We're now in December. I guess Christmas isn't that far off now. And the holiday season, as they say, all sorts of various holidays for various religions, various countries. Of course, the big Christian holiday, Christmas. Got New Year's coming up. We're still full, still knocking down. Well, some of us anyway, knocking down leftovers from Thanksgiving. Yet by now, it's pretty much the yams are about all that's left, right? The candied marshmallow yams, and everybody's in the middle of a pretty wild final thrust to get Christmas and all its wonder into into the history books, and that's good. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. But again, I might mention, I know for me, oh gosh, it was a little over 50 years ago. I was on my way home from, I was on my way back to college from Thanksgiving vacation, Thanksgiving recess from college, and was involved in a hideous auto wreck that honestly I had no business surviving. The way it was a bad one. Oh my God, it was a rough wreck. And I've seen my share of wrecks. This one, yeah, would have been one for the record books. And yet somehow I lived, though I was hurt pretty bad. A lot of facial and head, cranial injuries. I know, you're all saying, I know it. But it's true. I basically had to have my mouth wired shut. Teeth were, oh gosh, I don't think I lost any teeth, but they were real loose. Of course, not having your mouth wired shut meant you didn't eat too well. I was basically drinking instant breakfast for the most part. I was a wreck. That's all there is to it. I think some fractures in my hands a little bit. Nothing serious. Like twisted. They didn't even need really looking at. It was more joints got pulled out of when we hit, joints pulled out of my in my fingers. There was eyesight was a mess. I would see a person if I looked at a pole, the pole would be here and it would also be here. Right. It's a little hard to get around. And I was a mess, and but I lived, but I remember it made Christmas and New Year's kind of tough. Eventually, everything healed up, and I went back to school, but it got me to thinking. I remember Christmas season was kind of rough that year. While everyone's eating turkey, I managed to find one little hole where evidently a tooth hadn't come in yet, a wisdom tooth. And I was able to stick a pretzel into that hole. And if I bounced a little bit, I could get the pretzel to fall on my tongue and I could have a pretzel for a treat. Of course, if it bounced the other direction, I might have choked and I don't know what the heck I would have done with my mouth wired shut. And there were different procedures I had to go through without being knocked out, stuff like that. It was tough. Okay, you can't knock you out if your mouth's wired shut. Yeah. If you barf and your mouth's wired shut, well, you might it may go back down your lungs instead of down into your belly. So yeah, things were rough. And that's what got me to thinking, remember this season, there are a lot of people out there that are having it rough financially from the coronavirus. Maybe they lost someone this season, during the pandemic. A lot of folks have, or they've been through it themselves and they're really still weak and maybe not feeling 100% yet, or they're scared for someone else, or mourning the loss of someone close to them. Keep that in mind as you go through Christmas this season. If you know of anyone, do what you can to cheer them up. Maybe they have no one to go visit. Maybe they could come over to your house, have some turkey with you and your family. If you know them that well. Stuff like that. See what you can do to be good to others. And I notice, boy, a lot of people, uh, me first might not be a good idea this season. See what you can do for others. I know I'm actually, even though it's awfully hard work for an old geezer like me, I'm very honored to be part of the supermarket I work with because it's a chance to serve people. Someone's maybe looking for olives and they aren't quite sure where they are. You know, go help them out. To point out where the doggone olives are, and they're, and it'll, you never know. That might be something they're especially looking for someone on a gift. It might be a gift they can afford. Maybe they don't have all the money on earth. May have lost their job one way or another. You see what I'm saying? Okay. This is a good season to overdose on the kindness and the helpfulness, I think. There are people that are maybe someone in their family's terminally ill or very, very sick, might get better, but still they're very sick. Money might be a problem for some folks. You see what I mean? Okay. And that's what, honestly, I think that's what Christmas is all about. In my opinion, God sending Jesus down to do what he could to kind of straighten out this particular planet. It's it wasn't a very easy chore, as you can imagine. So keep all this in mind. I'll let's do the Lord's Prayer moment. We'll turn that into this video into that, and again, keep kindness and serving in the on the menu here for this particular season, especially this year. Okay? Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. So be it. There you go. And do what you can to be good to each other. It's so important right now. It really is. I'll catch you later, friends. Bye now. God bless.